Hello everybody and welcome to PlayOnSports.com. We are just underway here in this D6 baseball final between the Minaret Mustangs and the Sierra Pacific Golden Bears. This is number 10 for Sierra Pacific up at the plate, Robbie Thayer. He is at a 2-1 count right now. And a little check swing for a strike. 2-2. Pitching for the Minarets Mustangs today is Chance Carter. He's a right-handed pitcher, junior, record 4-3. One of the two horse pitchers for the Minaret Mustangs in their yellow tops, white pants. Sierra Pacific in the green. I am Jason Phillips, joined alongside today Mark Espinoza. Mark, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good, Jason. We have a pretty good matchup here today between number 1 and number 2, the Sierra Pacific Golden Bears are the second-ranked team in the Central Section, and the Minarets Mustangs are the number one team in the Central Section Division 6.
And a swing and a miss, and Robbie Thayer goes down on strikes. First out of the game for the Mustangs. Mustangs come into this game seeded number 1, 17-13, 7-3 in league, finishing second to Carruthers this year. A school and enrollment of only 470 kids. 50 kids tried out for baseball this year, so over 10% of the school tried out for the team. Defensively for the Mustangs, Zeb Patterson, number 7 in left field, Cedar Robertson in center, Matt Lucci in right. Along the bases, Conley Biglione at third, Sam Reyes at shortstop. As Jacob D'Angelo, center fielder for Sierra Pacific, up to the plate. Second in the order. Takes that one for a strike. Sam Reyes at shortstop for Minarets, Scott Parker at second, Sam Romero at first, Keenan Reardon at catcher. Second pitch from Carter is taken high for ball 1. Sierra Pacific comes into this game number 2 seed, 15-7 on the year, 10-5 in league, finishing third. On the mound for them today will be Connor Maddox on the bottom of the inning. Both these teams come in, Mark, hitting over 300. I think we might see some offense today.
Absolutely, and they have some good pitching. I talked to both coaches before the game, Don Watkins for Minarets and also the coach for Sierra Pacific, Tanner Bean, and they both agreed it should be a pitching duel, but don't be surprised with some timely hitting when it really counts.
And there's a ball high and outside from Carter. Yeah, both these teams hit well over 300, but both of the horses on the mound today, Maddox for Sierra Pacific sports a .66 ERA. Chance Carter's is under 2. So we have a chance to see a pitcher's duel break out today. And there is a ball 4 high and away again. So Jacob D'Angelo will draw a walk and the first base runner of the game. First time Chance Carter will work from the stretch. And up to the plate now is Fernando Garza, catcher. Coach Tanner Beam of Sierra Pacific said to watch out for this young man, Jacob Evangelo as well. Both these teams very similar, both play good defense, both like to run. Minarets led the section in stolen bases this year, Mark, by 60 plus.
Yes, and that's another thing that Coach Mannix mentioned before the game when I was talking to him, not only expecting a low-scoring battle and pitching duel, but also he told me that they expect some good speed on the bases this afternoon from his team at least. So look for Jacob D'Angelo perhaps to steal second here if he gets a chance.
Should be a lot of aggressive baseball today. That was our first pickoff attempt. Carter to the plate, high and away for ball 2. And Chance Carter a little high on his pitches today to start the ball game. Great weather out here today, Mark. Not a cloud in the sky, a little bit of a breeze, wind gusting up to around 15-20 miles an hour at times. Anything the left field, Mark, is getting out of here today.
Yeah, definitely. There's some good breeze to the outfield, and here's the play at the second.
D'Angelo's going, late throw, and he's going to take it easily. Ball beat him by he beat the ball by a couple of good steps there. And first runner in scoring position today for the Golden Bears.
Good jump by D'Angelo for that second base run, and easily steals it.
Good size lead at second for D'Angelo. Carter looks back. Delivery. Swing and a miss from Garza. Knee high, that was a good hack. Lineup today for Sierra's got Robbie Thayer, who struck out, Jacob D'Angelo, who's at second, Garza, the catcher, batting third, Connor Maddox, the pitcher, will clean it up, Matthew Leslie, the shortstop, batting fifth, Angel Delgado batting at third base, batting 6th. Jared Hall, the right fielder, 7th. Cody Rossi, left field, batting 8th. And Mason Talia batting 9th, playing second base as Fernando Garza takes another ball high and outside.
Garza's batting .277 for the year. He does have 6 RBI also.
RBI chance here with 1 out. Garza steps back, takes another ball high, and that's going to be a walk and 2 base runners now for the Golden Bears. Maybe nerves getting to Chance Carter a little bit high here in the early going. The Minarets on the year played 8 Division I teams. They did not play a D6 schedule. Mark, they went to a Las Vegas tournament, only went 1-4, but played nothing but D1 teams and held the lead in 4 of those games. So the Minarets definitely playing tough competition this year that's got them ready for this playoff run. Throwback, ball's loose, safe easily.
And at the plate is the starting pitcher for the Golden Bears, Connor Mannix, who's also their leading hitter on the year. And he's hitting a robust .478 for the year.
Carter to the plate, and this one's hit to right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. D'Angelo's coming around third. He will score easily. Over to first is Garza. Ball skips through the infield, and that's going to get Maddox to second. And a little sloppy defense by the Minarets, and the Golden Bears are on the board early. Nice bloop single to right field by Connor Maddox. And 1-0 Bears. Scott Parker could not handle the relay throw, and that allowed Maddox to advance to second, which is a big deal here with only 1 out. Takes the double play out of the equation. And now up is Matthew Leslie, the shortstop.
And Leslie was also one of the top RBI players on this Golden Bear team. He's got 17 RBI on the year, and he does have 1 triple, so he does have a little bit of some pop in his bat.
Leslie takes a big hack at the first pitch, swings and misses. Nice fastball by Carter. Carter, a fastball again. That one just a bit high. Count now 1-1. Corner infield playing in, middle infield playing back. Any ball up the middle should score a run. Carter, the 1-1. Swing and a foul ball by Leslie.
He had a nice rip at that pitch. So Carter definitely in this situation with 1 out, definitely looking for the strikeout if he can with a runner on third and another runner at second, but definitely looking for that strikeout to prevent a fly ball or sac fly and another run for the Golden Bears.
1-0 our score here at Minarets High School in O'Neills, California. Just before Course Gold, about 20 minutes outside of Fresno. Fantastic ballpark. Minarets actually played their first 18 games on the road because they didn't have a JV field. This field wasn't ready. As Leslie takes high, ball 2, 2-1 the count now. And since coming to this field lately, Mark, Minarets 8-1 on this field.
Yeah, Minarets overall was 17-13, and they were also 7-3 in the West Sequoia League.
Carter to the plate, and that hits Leslie in the arm. So Chance Carter a bit wild in this first inning. He needs to settle down. Now the bases are loaded. Leslie shakes that one off all the way down the first base line. So Carter in a bit of a struggle here in the first inning. Gets his first taste of adversity. Bases loaded, and Angel Delgado, the third baseman, comes to the plate. Was maybe not the worst thing for Chance Carter. Runner on first, puts the force out at every base. Double play in order. Chance Carter could get out of this with just the 1 run. First pitch to Delgado, and that's high over the catcher's head, comes right back to the pitcher, and a run will not score.
How lucky can you get? I mean, we're talking lady luck on his side.
Ball went over the catcher's head, over Keenan Reardon's head, hits the backstop. Reardon couldn't then play it off the stop. Comes all the way back to Chance Carter, but Fernando Agarza at third with his hands in the air is telling his coach, well, I just couldn't go. Another ball high by Carter, and 2-0, and Carter now getting into even more trouble.
Now Carter has to be careful with Delgado. He's a great hitter in his own right. He was the second leading hitter on this Golden Bears team behind the starting pitcher Connor Mannix. Delgado was hitting a sizzling .444 for the season, and he has driven in 4 runs on the year, but definitely someone there to make contact and at least drive in a run with the bases loaded.
Carter's got to do a good job of just getting out of here with the damage, less than huge at this point. Carter now 2-0 pitch. High fastball. Delgado swings at a ball above his shoulders. 2-1 the count. Sierra Pacific had a rough, rocky first start to the year. About a coaching change, Tanner Beam took over midway through, and they've gotten progressively better since.
Still only 1 out, so it's still a very tight situation here for Carter. But no doubt about it, he's trying to strike out Delgado if he can.
2-1 count, Delgado sitting in the driver's seat. Here's the pitch, another ball high by Carter, and a 3-1 count to Delgado. Eric Pincos is the other outstanding pitcher for the Minarets High School. He was slated to be the closer today by the coaches, but we might see him a little earlier in this game than we think. And that is inside, so a walk by Chance Carter, then a walk and a run, and a 2-0 lead for the Golden Bears.
So some control issues with Carter here in the top of the first, and it's definitely opening the door for Sierra Pacific to cash in if they can and get an early lead, which they have.
Coach Donnie Watkins out to the mound already to have a little chat with Carter. Carter's already walked 3 batters, 3 out of the first 6. He's only given up 1 hit. If he can find the zone, he can get out of this. Donnie Watkins is finished with his talk. First baseman Sam Romero now gets a little closer. He's not going to hold on the runner, Angel Delgado, at first base. Outfield playing about halfway. And this is Jared Dahl, the right fielder.
Carter did give up 44 walks on the year, so he does have a little bit of a control issue at times, but he's holding steady.
And Carter, another one to the backstop, and will not score a run. So once again, Carter high and over the catcher. I don't believe he has settled down just yet.
He's definitely thrown a lot of pitches, so it's going to be something to look out for, monitor later in the game whether he can last a full game.
And another one high. 2-1 the count. First pitch, he did get over for a strike. And you're right, Mark, pitch count getting up there early. Big hole between third and short. And another ball high, 3-1 to Dahl. And you got to wonder for Donnie Watkins how short this leash might be on Chance Carter today. 2 runs already in, 1 out.
Looks like he's trying to find some kind of consistency and rhythm on the mound.
3-1, high and outside, another walk. 3-0 Golden Bears. And if you're the Golden Bears right now, Mark, I don't think you're swinging it much yet.
And actually, he's a lot of the problem he's having is that he's given up 4 walks in this top of the first. There's only been 1 hit, and that was to his counterpart, Connor Mannix, the starting pitcher for Sierra Pacific, who singled. So he's just having control problems.
Left fielder Cody Rossi up to the plate, and he ducks out of the way. It'll ball high, 1-0. Chance Carter still unable to find the strike zone, and we're not going to see a swing from a Bears batter, I would believe, until Chance Carter proves they can throw him a strike.
Absolutely, I think that they would want to test just how much control does he have and take what they can get.
And that one inside, 2-0 to Cody Rossi. Middle infielders at double play depth. Corner infielders in. And there's a ball low and outside, 3-0. Now in danger of walking his 5th batter and 3rd run of the game in.
Well, I mean, this is the time that I think Chance Carter has to trust his infielders, his outfielders, and just throw it down the middle of the plate if he can, or throw a strike, just make contact, have his fielders field the ball. I mean, you don't want to walk any more people. You don't want to give them a free pass.
He does get the fastball over the plate for a strike, 3-1. Rossi still in the driver's seat. Takes that one high. Again, ball 4, 5th walk of the inning, 4th run of the game, comes across the plate for Sierra.
And we still have only 1 out in the inning. So I don't know if it's nerves or just this wind, the elements, probably not, but I think he just has to settle down and throw strikes any way he can.
And now up to the plate, Mason Talia, the second baseman. Chance Carter has retired the first batter of the game and then hasn't retired the last 7. That ball gets past Reardon, but a run again will not score. 7 straight batters have reached base after Thayer's opening strikeout. And now a 1-0 count to Talia. And that one over the middle for a strike.
And at this point, you got to think Talia is just thinking just to make contact. Chances are they may score a run on that contact.
High inside, throw back to third. Oh, the ball beat him, but not handled well by Conley Biglione, the third baseman. May have had a chance at him.
And that was a good throw from Reardon, the catcher, to third base. Almost got the runner at third.
Two-one count to Talia. Carter, the delivery. High, ball 3.
Yeah, if I was Talia, I'd be just wanting to make contact. If anything, just to make contact and try to avoid the double play, extend the inning, score another run. That would be my thought.
And Talia takes a pitch on the inside for a strike. So Chance Carter in his first full count of the day needs a good pitch here. Already a crooked number put up in this first inning. Trying to limit the damage. Carter ready, delivers. And on the outside corner, Chance Carter gets a strikeout. Mason Talia caught looking. And that'll bring up Robbie Thayer as the lineup starts over. Struck out, swinging his first time up.
Base is still loaded, so Carter's not out of the woods yet.
Thayer swings at the first pitch, fouls it off, 0-1.
Now you got to be thinking that Carter, who's had control issues here in the top of the first, just wants to get probably that first strike if he can on the first pitch to the batter. So that's why what Thayer's thinking, if swinging on that first pitch, maybe he's going to get a good pitch to hit.
Just the second batter he's gotten ahead of the count on. Carter Tried a slider, didn't break as much as he'd hoped. High, ball 1. Infielders at regular depth. High, ball 2. Good eye from Thayer.
Thayer's got a pretty good batting average himself, hitting .316 on the year. And it's driven in 10 runs.
And there's a ball swung, hit on to center field, playable and caught by Cedar Robertson, and the Minaret Mustangs are finally out of that inning, but not before the Golden Bears cross 4 through the plate and lead this game 4-0 as the Minarets get ready to come up to bat as we head to the bottom of the first.
So you've got
Four walks. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to PlayOnSports.com. Here, this D6 boys baseball final between the number 2 seed Sierra Pacific Golden Bears and the number 1 seed Minarets. Starting off the bottom of the first inning for the Minaret Mustangs is Cedar Robertson, the center fielder, number 7, against the southpaw for Sierra Pacific, Connor Maddox, senior, making the start today for the Golden Bears. Mark, a .66 ERA. This guy can bring it.
Absolutely, and he's going to have his hands full with this lineup from Minarets. So
Maddox starts out much like Carter, high, ball 1 to Cedar Robertson. As a team, the Minaret Mustangs ranked 269 in the nation out of 1,200 schools in team ERA, 364 as a team. As he takes that one for a strike, 1-1. Maddox delivers curveball low. They appealed to the first baseman. They said he did not go. So ball 2.
So Cedar Robertson, the leadoff hitter for the Minarets Mustangs, is the second leading hitter on this Minarets team, batting .483. So he's a pretty good leadoff hitter.
2-1 pitch at the knees for a strike. just broke back in and over the plate to catch enough. 2-2 the count. Matt Lucci, the right fielder, up on deck. Conley Biglione bats third, playing third base for the Minarets. And a swing and a miss by Robertson, and the first batter up, first man down for the Golden Bears. And a little bit fooled on that pitch was Robertson. Started his swing way late, tried to just foul it off, couldn't do it. And this brings Matt Lucci, the right fielder, to the plate. And he's gonna bunt. Played by Maddox, what got it plenty of time and throws him out. Nice play by Connor Maddox.
So he's an excellent fielder as well. Connor Maddox showing what he can do once he throws the ball and fields the play. Definitely throws out the very speedy Matt Lucci.
And this brings up Conley Biglione, the third baseman. So the first two batters up, 2 outs, and Maddox gets a first pitch slider over the plate for a strike.
And Biglione is a superb and just a great hitter, #1 hitter in the Central section in Division 6, and he's batting a whopping .547 on the year. He's also #4 in the state in batting average, so he definitely knows how to get the ball into play and drive in the runs.
Maddox's second pitch to Biglione was inside for a ball. 1-1 the count as Maddox delivers. Swing and a miss by Biglione, a good hack.
So this is definitely a great matchup, maybe the best pitcher-batter matchup of the contest. You got Connor Maddox with just a sparkling ERA under 1, and then you've got Biglione, the #1 hitter in the Central section, going at it one-on-one.
That's right.
Now it's going to be interesting to say, Jason, because there's an old adage in baseball that usually good pitching beats good hitting, so we'll see if that's true in this case.
Lefty versus lefty matchup. Biglione able to foul the last pitch off. Count remains 1-2. First and second baseman playing well to the right. Big hole open up over the middle. Outfield playing him to pull a little bit. Biglione just fights that one off. Pitch high and outside that Biglione puts the bat on. Connor Maddox looking very well in command and control of his pitches. Quite the opposite from Chance Carter's top of the first. Should Biglione reach base, Sam Romero, the first baseman, due up next.
Biglione also has 9 doubles on the year, so he can definitely rake the
And
ball.
there's a ball hit right to the shortstop. Played by Matthew Leslie. In time, just gets Biglione. Leslie showing off the cannon for an arm deep in the hole. And the Sierra Golden Bears get the Minarets down in order, 1-2-3. The road team up 4-0 after 1.
You want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. This program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Great inning by Connor Maddox, sets him down in order. A strikeout and 2 groundouts. Center fielder Jacob D'Angelo will lead off the top of the second. for the Golden Bears. Walked in his first at bat, as did 4 other of his counterparts in that first inning.
Yeah, there's definitely a good breeze here today, Jason, and if someone can get that ball in the air, could drive in some runs.
And Chance Carter, much of that first inning, having the ball, throwing the ball high, batters get the ball in the bat and put this ball up in the air, it will carry. Connor Maddox doing a good job of keeping the ball low, getting the ball on the ground, which is what you want on a very windy day. And D'Angelo gets ready to dig in. And takes first pitch, strike right over the middle. Carter will be all right if he can just stay ahead of the hitters. Got himself into a hole in most of the hitters in the first inning. And a swing and a miss on the second pitch, and Chance Carter out to an 0-2 head start on D'Angelo.
D'Angelo has a home run this year, so he's got some pop. He also has 8 doubles and 4 triples.
D'Angelo holds back on that ball high and outside. Count 1-2. And the 1-2 delivery. Carter, an off-speed pitch, gets D'Angelo swinging. And just like the first inning, Carter does get the first out down on strikes. See if he can stay in command better than he did that last inning. And that's going to bring up Fernando Garza, who also walked in his first at bat.
So far it seems as if the pitcher for Minarets has calmed down. Carter showing a little more control so far at the top of the second.
Slider low and away for ball 1 to Garza. Garza swing and a miss. Powerful swing, and Carter ahead, or it's not, excuse me, 1-1.
Outfielders pretty much playing straight away.
Couple feet in, I'd say, as that ball is fouled out of play. And Chance Carter now ahead in the count 1-2.
And it's a good day to catch fly balls too, despite the wind, because you don't really have any clouds. So it's a white ball against a blue background, so that definitely makes it easier for the outfielders catching those flies.
Sun pretty manageable. It will be tough on some line drives. And that pitch just a little bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count to Garza. Chance Carter does look like he settled down, got a little bit better feel to him up there. That one just a bit high. 3-2 now, full count to Garza.
So Garza he threw a lot of pitches in that first inning when he allowed 4 runs, mostly by way of the walk. And so if he can keep his pitches down and over the plate, he might have a much easier time, but he does walk his first batter of the inning.
High and inside, and Chance Carter has now walked his 6th batter of the game. So Fernando Garza reaches base, and Chance Carter will go right back to the stretch. So 2 walks in the game for Garza. No official at bat just yet. Connor Maddox now the pitcher up. He singled as he had the only hit in that first inning. Believe it or not, Chance Carter did only give up 1 hit. And Maddox swings, fires this one on the ground past the second baseman. That'll go into right field. Garza will stop at second. Thrown in, and so Connor Maddox 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles, as that one just got out of the reach of Scott Parker.
So 2 consecutive singles in this game, 2 consecutive at-bats for the starting pitcher for Sierra Pacific, Connor Maddox. showing some good form out there, driving that ball between first and second, and now he's at first.
So Chance Carter, much like the first inning, gets the first guy down on strikes and has now let the next two batters reach base. And here comes Matthew Leslie, who was hit in the shoulder in his first at bat. Big hole between third and short. Swing and a miss by Matthew Leslie. 0-1.
So Garza with a pretty good lead at second.
Sam Romero not really holding Mannix on. Any ball in the gap, Mannix is going to have a good jump on. 0-2 the count to Leslie. Pitch off speed inside, and down goes Leslie on strike. So Chance Carter, huge out there, 2 outs in the inning. And that kind of fooled Leslie a little bit in late swing. And that's going to bring up Angel Delgado now, the third baseman. He walked in the first inning.
So it looks like Carter has settled down here in the second inning. He's not throwing as many pitches. He's getting some strikeouts.
And a nice off-speed pitch there. Delgado lunges at it, just gets enough to foul it off. And Chance Carter again ahead in the count, 0-1.
But he's got to be careful with Delgado. Delgado batting .444, so he's definitely making contact. But I think Carter would make it a lot easier if he can get some strikes over the plate, let his fielders take care of the rest.
And a swing and a miss by Delgado, count 0-2. Carter 1 pitch away from getting out of this little jam. Go a long way for his confidence in the remainder of this one. Garza at first, Mannix at first. Excuse me, Garza at second, Mannix at first. Delgado awaits the 0-2. Swing, ground ball through the hole in the right side. Garza's gonna round third. Here comes the throw, cut off, still got plenty of time, and Garza is nailed by a mile. Great relay from the right fielder, Matt Luce, to to Sam Romero, and Sam Romero fired home to get Garza out at the plate. No runs aboard, 1 single, a walk and a couple Ks, and we are still 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the second.
Play on Sport. So they just finished this field, huh?
Hello and welcome back to PlayOnSports.com. Alongside Mark Espinoza, I am Jason Phillips. Thank you for joining us here today live on Play on Sports to cover this D6 final between Sierra Pacific and Minarets. Sierra Pacific up 4-0 after a 4-run first inning, and Sam Romero will now lead us off here in the Minarets' second inning. And Romero takes strike one. The Minarets went down in order in the first half. And the line on Chance Carter now, 2 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs, 6 walks, 4 Ks. And Romero grounds this one to second, played well in enough time, and the Minaret Mustangs 4 men up, 4 men down.
So Connor Mannix not only doing it at the plate today, but also on the mound.
And number 11, second baseman Scott Parker will step to the plate.
Scott Parker hitting just below the 400 mark at 398. He's got 18 RBI and 1 home run on the year.
And Parker takes that one low for ball 1. Minarets looking for their first base runner. Do him some good to make Mannix throw some pitches. Fires this one for a strike. Good hack by Parker. Could not catch up to it. Count even now 1-1. Good little decent-sized crowd showed up for this one, Mark. 2 bleachers, but completely full. And a swing and a miss by Parker. Count 1-2.
Yeah, an excellent field they put together here. Nice backdrop of the mountains and good crowd on hand here. Couldn't ask for a better place to play baseball here in the foothills of the valley.
Gorgeous scenery as that pitch taken just inside. So the count evened up now 2-2. Good eye by Parker. Now the 5th pitch of the at-bat from Mannix. Fires high. Parker, good eye, lets it go. Full count, 3-2.
So far, Mannix has thrown a pretty good game in the early going here, but he's in danger of walking the leadoff. Well, he's second man at the plate actually, so he doesn't want to give any free passes. That's for sure.
And that's a ground ball in play, and it gets past the first baseman, Robbie Thayer. That ball down the line, going into second is Parker, and he will stop at second. So that's got to go down as an error. Thayer had a good play at it. I think he may have got confused as the ball went over the bag. Nonetheless, Scott Parker in with a double.
I don't know. Would you score it on an error? Maybe
probably it would be an error.
Because that was an easy chance. He was maybe, like you said, confused here on the first base line, and ball was right to him essentially. It was a hard grounder, give him that, but might have been an error on that one. So now we got a runner in scoring position here.
Unofficially, that's going to go in as an E3. And a runner in scoring position, first runner today for Minarets, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 10, Sam Reyes. So 1 out, 1 man on.
And Sam Reyes also comes into the game with some pretty good credentials, hitting 348 with 10 doubles.
And there's a ball hit right to Thayer, but this time he makes the nice play. And a line drive out, and that's the second out of the inning. Just off the end of the bat. Kept that ball in play, playable for Thayer. And now we get our first look at the catcher, number 15, Keenan Reardon, as he digs in. Maddox fires, and that's in there for a strike.
So all of these, most of the batters in the lineup for Minarets are all pretty good hitters. That's why they're hitting as a team 364.
I talked to the stats guy for Minarets, Petey, and he said all 9 starters hitting over 300. for Minarets. Off-speed pitch just catches the high and outside corner for strike 2, 0-2, and now Keenan Reardon's got to protect.
So there has to be a hit here if they want to drive in that runner from second with 2 outs. So he's going to have to hit it somewhere where they can't get to it.
And a ground ball that's going to go foul down the right first base line. So Reardon will stay alive. And Parker is going to mosey on down to third base. Are they calling a balk on that?
That might have maybe a balk, I guess.
That was a foul ball. And Keenan and Scott Parker has advanced to third base. So balk is the only thing I can think of. And so now just 90 feet away and maybe a wild pitch away from getting their first run on the board. Count still 0-2. Tyson Conti, the DH, on deck. Should Reardon reach?
So the runner at third has a pretty good lead. He's going to be running on any contact with 2 outs here.
Good eye by Reardon. Off-speed pitch, high and outside. Takes for ball 1. And Thayer has a few words for Mannix. Big hole to the right of second base, playing Reardon to hit opposite field. Big gap in left center. Mannix, the delivery, high, taken for ball 2, count even up.
Well, there used to be an old baseball drill when we were kids. We used to play, it was called pepper, and they probably still do.
Great game.
They played pepper. If he can pepper it up the middle, he's got a shot to drive in that runner from third.
Third baseman has to hold the runner on, so there is a big hole between third and short. Swing and just fouled off by Reardon. Good job of staying alive.
So Mannix very deliberate there on the mound, trying to hold the runner any way he can. Even though they're giving him a pretty good gap, like you mentioned, Jason, between first and second.
Good job by the Mustangs to get Mannix to throw a few pitches in this inning. A high fastball, and Reardon cannot catch up to it. He goes down on strikes. Mannix out of the inning. An error, a ground out, a line out, and a strikeout. And Connor Mannix is on his game. We are done with 2 here at Minarets High School. 4-0, Sierra Pacific leads. We'll be right back in just a couple of minutes. Start this third inning.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us on Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports. PlayOnSports.com.
And Mannix's line, 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, 2 Ks. So Mannix has brought his A game today. Chance Carter, a scoreless second inning. Hopefully he's gotten things under control. Keep his team in this one.
So after that first inning, where he had, I think, a total of 5 walks, Carter has since calmed down on the mound for Minarets, and
absolutely only gave up the 1 walk last inning. Allowed a couple guys to reach base, but he just looked much more in command of his pitches than he did the first inning. High with everything in the first inning.
Sometimes with pitchers, it takes them an inning or 2 to calm down or to get some kind of rhythm going, consistency, and perhaps that was what he had going on in the first. But after that last inning, he looked like he calmed down.
Yeah, there's an old adage, if you're going to get to pitchers, you got to get to them early. You never know how the adrenaline's going to go to start a game, but once they get settled in, it's tough. And this will be Jared Dahl, the right fielder, to get us started here in the third inning for Sierra Pacific. Jared Dahl walked in his first at bat and takes a ball low and outside, 1-0, to get this at bat going. Both teams just starting 4 seniors. As that pitch is low and inside, ball 2, 2-0 the count. So most of these teams will pretty much have the entire teams back next year for the most part. Carter, the 2-0. That one just caught the outside corner.
And
2-1.
these two teams are the top teams, no doubt about it, in the Central section for Division 6. Sierra Pacific is the number 2 ranked or second ranked team in the Central section, and Minarets is the number 1 ranked team in the Central section.
That one misses outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. 72 degrees here in O'Neill, California, as that one finds the strike. Finds the zone, excuse me. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dahl now got to swing at anything close. And Carter, just like he's done the previous 2 innings, gets this one started off with a strikeout. And Cody Rossi will now trot to the plate. He walked his first at bat. And Rossi ducks out of the way. A curveball a little inside. 1-0 the count. Chance Carter, since that first inning, doing a good job of getting ahead of batters. And he evens up the account right there with a fastball over the middle, 1-1. Carter, the windup. And a swing and a miss by Rossi. 1-2 the count.
Zeb Patterson, the left fielder for Minarets, shifted to his left, so they're definitely playing him in the outfield to the right side.
And a couple steps into the outfielders, a lot of room over the head, and that one off the end of the bat, a little pop-up, and that's going to be Scott Parker calling off Romero to make the play. So an easy pop out, and that's going to be out number 2, and Chance Carter has a chance for his first 1-2-3 inning of the day. As Mason Talia, second baseman, will dig into the box. He struck out his first at bat. And Chance Carter getting ahead of the batter. 0-1, that one finds the strike zone. Chance Carter looking much better since that first inning. Definitely in command of himself now. Good news for Minarets. Little off-speed pitch, and Talia takes a half-efforted swack at it.
Yeah, Carter seems a lot more confident on the mound. He's definitely found his groove, and he's got a lot more control. And most of the runs that went on the board for Sierra Pacific was by way of his walks. And
as that one fouled off. You're right, Mark. Only 2 hits in the game for Sierra Pacific, and both of them to Connor Maddox, just singles. And just from being a little wild at the plate is the only reason Sierra Pacific is up 4-0. 0-2 to Talia. And that one fouled off. Talia staying alive at the plate.
yeah, it's another 300 hitter for Sierra Pacific.
delivery, off speed, and Talia goes down, and Chance Carter, his first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game, he has definitely settled down. And now the Mustang bats need to come alive as we now head to the bottom of the third, 4-0 Sierra Pacific.
You want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports school broadcast program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
So now the line on Chance Carter, 3 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs, 6 walks, 6 Ks. So as much as he's been effective, or as much as he's been wild, he's also been effective, walking 6, striking out 6. Kind of a wild thing if you've seen Major League.
Yeah, right. Doesn't he do a wild thing? I'm thinking of that pitcher that they have on the Major League Baseball Network, and that was his nickname. Played for the Phillies.
Mitch Williams.
Yeah.
Or something like
yeah,
that.
Mitch
Williams. Mitch
yes,
Williams played
right.
for the Phillies.
Right, exactly. That's his nickname.
Yeah, most famously known for throwing over, was it John Kruk's head?
Yeah.
John Kruk turning the helmet over backwards. Boy, Mitch Williams, he would rear back and he'd throw some heat.
A wild thing.
But you're right, you wouldn't know where that thing was going.
Yeah, that's that was Chance Carter's first inning. But he's settled down, and but nevertheless, those were big runs at the beginning of the game, and that's why Sierra Pacific, the visiting team, is up 4-0.
Absolutely. Chance Carter a little wild in that first inning. He put 3 to the backstop, but hasn't done that since that first inning. I think it was just more adrenaline and nerves, just more anxious than anything.
Right.
He has settled down, giving his team a chance now. They just need to put some runs on the board. Mannix setting in for his 3rd inning is Tyson Conti, number 18, the DH, will now dig in, batting 9th. And he hacks at the first pitch, right at the belt. Strike 1, 0-1 the count to Conti.
Conti is about the only player, only one of a few handful of players actually on this Minarets team batting under 200, 193 on the year. Does have 5 doubles though.
He's a big kid. He looks like he has some pop to that bat if he get a hold of it. And he misses on that one now. 2 pitches, 2 swings, 0-2 the count for Maddox.
Conti, a 5'9" senior, coming in at 160, so definitely has a smaller strike zone, but is up there to hit.
And Conti gets a hold of this one, foul, playable, and Robert Thayer nearly made a great basket catch. I thought the wind blowing out to left field kept that ball in play. Gave Thayer a shot, he just could not get it. So Conti will stay alive.
Looked like he was trying to be a wide receiver out there, trying to catch the ball over his right shoulder, but couldn't catch up with it.
I don't know if you've seen it, Mark. A couple days ago, Brandon Phillips made one heck of a basket catch, second baseman for the Reds. That Thayer nearly imitated that one. Maddox now the 0-2 pitch, and Conti hits that one off the end of the bat. Lazy pop-up, very easily played for Matthew Leslie. And that's going to be the first out of the inning. So Maddox has had 9 players come to the plate. He's retired 8 of them, the lone heir. And now we're back to the top of the lineup, and Cedar Robinson, who struck out in his first at bat. Maddox on point today, has not allowed a hit. 1-1 the count. Robertson lets it go and looks at a strike over the middle. Nice off-speed pitch. Now Robertson behind in the count, 1-2. Outfield and infield at normal depth. Robertson looks at that one just a bit outside. That'll even up the count, 2-2. Maddox now the 2-2. Ball hit on the ground to short, and that's going to get through. The first hit of the ball game for the Mustangs, Cedar Robertson. Excuse me, that is Zeb Patterson, number 14. Excuse me, Zeb Patterson, the left fielder, is the 9th batter for the Mustangs. We had our sheets all wrong over here, Mark. And a throw over. And Patterson is back easily.
So Maddox making a strong throw to first base, almost nails Patterson.
And a throw over again, back easily. So now Cedar Robertson, number 7, at the plate. They throw, and here goes Patterson. He's going to steal, and I think they got him. They did.
They did, boy. That was a great throw.
Great throw by Fernando Garza.
So Mannix with the strong pickoff attempts at first, and then you get Garza throwing from the catcher's position, throwing out the runner at second.
Well, the Minaret Mustangs love to steal. They lead the section in stolen bases. First opportunity, Patterson goes, and Garza nails him for the second out. And that one is taken for a strike. Count now 1-1 to Robertson. Maddox delivers. Ball bounces before the play. That'll be ball 2.
So far, Sierra Pacific showing a strong game both defensively and on the mound.
Maddox, the delivery, that one's going to be in for a strike. And now the count 2-2 to Robertson. Boy, it looked like Patterson got a good jump on that steal. Ball a little right of the bag and still enough time to get.
Yeah, Garza
Patterson
really
on the
threw it in there. He really.
And there's a ball hit and right back to Maddox. Well played. And that is going to do it for the Mustang bottom half of the third as Robertson grounds out. So that's going to do it through 3. Sierra Pacific leads this one here in Minarets 4-0. We'll be back right after this for the top of the 4th.
So if you want to win a championship, you have to play really good defense and really have good pitching. And the Sierra Pacific Golden Bears have shown that so far here in going into the 4th inning.
That was a good reaction by Maddox.
Maddox showing why he's one of the top pitchers in the Central section, and also the fact that they've got a good he's got a good battery mate in Fernando Garza catching the ball, throwing out that runner at second. So they definitely have shown some good fielding here in this game so far.
PFP, Mark, what we call in spring training, pitcher's fielding practice. Maddox has had 2 opportunities and put out both runners. The line on Maddox now, 3 innings, a hit, no runs, no walks, 2 Ks. And Chance Carter will now come out for his 4th inning. So Chance Carter, after his first 1-2-3 inning of the game last inning. And we will now be led off by the leadoff man, number 10, Robbie Thayer.
In 2 at-bats, Thayer has struck out and flied out, so he's looking for his first hit.
Thayer struck out in his first at-bat. Or excuse me, yeah, 0-2, excuse me. He flied out and struck out in his first 2 at-bats. Takes that one in for a strike, 0-1. That one just a bit high, evens up the count at 1-1. The wind hasn't really died down here much. Still a little breezy here in O'Neill's, California. Carter misses down low with that off-speed pitch. Count now 2-1. If you've just joined us late, Sierra Pacific got out to a 4-run first inning as Chance Carter, the starter today for Minarets, was a bit wild with 5 walks in the inning and missed most of his pitches high as he just did right there. And Robbie Thayer takes another one high, 3-1.
And Carter's settled down in the second and the third innings. Now he's falling behind on the first batter of the inning.
And Thayer swinging a whiff. Full count now. Carter has retired the first batter in the first 3 innings, trying to keep that streak alive. And the 3-2 delivery. And that one fouled, and that'll get out of play.
So a pretty good at bat so far by Thayer with the full count, dueling Carter, who's now showing a lot more patience on the mound.
Making him throw pitches. The 3-2 pitch, and Thayer thought he had ball 4, but home plate umpire says no sirree. He is down looking. Second strikeout of the day for Robbie Thayer. And just like the first 3 innings, Chance Carter gets the first man retired for out number 1. This will bring up Jacob D'Angelo, center fielder. He has walked and struck out. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Carter now, swing and a miss. Jacob D'Angelo puts a good swing on it. Evens the count up at 1-1. Playing D'Angelo to pull, big hole right up the middle. And that one low and outside will miss. Ball 2. Talking to Coach Tanner Beam for Sierra Pacific before the game, he told his team he just wanted them to focus on the very next pitch at hand, win 1 pitch at a time. That one taken for a strike. Count evened up now at 2-2.
Well, they've really had good at-bats, too, in the first part of this game. They had those walks. They didn't really try to do too much at the plate, just giving what Carter would give them.
Jacob D'Angelo goes down swinging. Good pitch by Chance Carter. And Chance Carter definitely getting into a rhythm at the plate now, as he's retired his last 5 batters.
So Fernando Garza's up there the catcher for Sierra Pacific, and he's been on base already 2 times with 2 walks, so he's had a pretty good day so far.
First pitch taken for a ball. So Garza ahead in the count. Carter looking for 2 3-up, 3-down innings. That one off speed finds the zone for a strike. Nope, they're going to say ball 2. Thought the umpire signaled strike, and that one just missed. 2 balls, no strikes to Garza. And that one's going to find the zone. Good take by Garza. Carter's walked him twice already, got him out to a 2-0 count. I don't think Carter wants to give him anything he can zone in on. And that one's hit. Chopper down the third base line. Played well by Conley Biglione, and they're going to get him in plenty of time. So Chance Carter, a second 3-up, 3-down inning. And the Minarets keep the deficit at 4. It is 4-0 here as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning here at Minarets High School. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to PlayOnSports.com. Thank you for joining us. We are live here at Minarets High School in O'Neill, California for this Division VI boys baseball final between the number 2 seed Golden Bears and the number 1 seed Minaret Mustangs. And up at the plate now is Matt Lucci, the right fielder, to lead us off, number 6, as he takes ball 1 down low at his ankles.
So far, Connor Mannix, the starting pitcher for Sierra Pacific, has had a really good afternoon, Jason, only allowing 1 hit so far.
Absolutely, the line on Maddox. 3 innings, just 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 Ks. Been exceptional at getting ahead of the batters and not throwing an entirely a lot amount of pitches. 2 balls, no strikes here to Lucci, and he takes that one inside, 2-1.
And he's got a good catcher in Fernando Garza, who knows how to definitely frame those pitches as they come over the plate. Get the call for Mannix, who comes into the game with a minuscule ERA at point, I believe, 6.3.
And Lucci fouls that one off for strike 2. 2-2 the count now. Lucci grounded out to Thayer in his first at bat.
And they're definitely playing Lucci in the outfield to pull, as the left fielder for Sierra Pacific, Cody Rossi, is playing several steps to his left.
Off-speed pitch there, and Lucci is down on strikes. Good pitch by Maddox. That's his 3rd strikeout of the game. the Minaret Mustangs need a rally in a big way. At least get something they can build off here. And Conley Biglione, the third baseman, digs in. He grounded out to short in his first at bat. That one off speed by Maddox, swinging and just foul tipping it off barely is Biglione, and now he's in the hole 0-1.
And we're almost halfway through this game here in the fourth, bottom of the fourth. But Biglione is, I think, a key at bat here, just to start something, a rally. If somehow Minarets can start a rally with their leading hitter and the number one hitter in the Central section at that.
And he gets a good swing on that one, but caught. Line out Angel Delgado, getting his hand up in the air and taking away a base knock. That would have been. And Biglione lines out for the second out of this inning. And Connor Maddox getting a bit of help from his defense today.
Delgado showing some great reaction and just great timing, leaping high to snag that rocket down the third base line. So excellent play in the field as well.
Sam Romero will now step to the plate, first baseman. Romero grounded out in his only at bat. Minarets just unable to get to Maddox so far today. This one's on the ground, playable at second, and that'll be an easy play for Mason Talia. And 3 up, 3 down for Maddox. Minarets still unable to get anything going at the plate today. That's going to do it through 4. And the Sierra Pacific Golden Bears still lead this one 4-0.
Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Minarets High School. We are done through 4. Sierra Pacific with a 4-0 lead as we get ready for the top of the 5th. As Chance Carter gets ready to face Connor Maddox, who's 2 for 2 today, sends this one to first base, and an easy play for Sam Romero at first. And Connor Maddox is retired for the first time today. And for all 5 innings today, Chance Carter has retired, the first man at the plate. And this will bring up Matthew Leslie, now the shortstop, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning, struck out in the second inning. And Leslie takes first one high for ball 1. Outfield shades in just a couple steps. Outfield playing at the grass. Swing and a miss by Matthew Leslie, and that'll even the count up at 1-1. Carter readies the 1-1. Leslie will hold up. They'll appeal to the first baseman. First base umpire says he did not swing. So 2-1 the count now to Leslie. Both pitchers now have settled in, and we now have ourselves a pitcher's duel as Leslie fouls that one off to the backstop. 2-2 the count.
So it looks like Leslie is expanding his strike zone a little bit. He's going outside the zone, trying to hit those balls off the plate. So Carter probably wants to maybe throw some balls off the plate or high, and that's what he got.
Chance Carter gets Leslie swinging, and that is now his 9th strikeout of the game. Chance Carter definitely doing a better job of pounding the zone than how he started this game. 6 walks, but 9 strikeouts. And now Angel Delgado will come to the plate with 2 down. Delgado has walked, and I believe that is lined out.
He hit a single in the second.
Walk and single. I just can't read your handwriting. That's all it is.
It's all right. Neither can I.
Well, count 1-0. Carter delivers. And that one high as Delgado leans out of the way. 1-1 the count. Excuse me, 2 balls, no strikes.
Seems like the wind has died down a little bit. It's still there, but it's not as breezy as it was earlier in the game.
And that one is low. 3 balls, no strikes to Delgado.
But it's been just a gorgeous afternoon here. You couldn't have a better afternoon for baseball here in the Central Valley.
Carter has retired his last 8 batters. And he does get that one in for a strike as Delgado flips his bat thinking it was ball 4. He'll have to pick it up and dig back in. 3-1 the count.
I wonder what that does to the umpire. I mean, if he's thinking he's trying to show him up or something.
And that one is going to hit Delgado. I think he took that one off his back, so what would have been ball 4 anyway. And Carter's consecutive batter streak is now over. As Delgado gets hit by a pitch, so Sierra has their first base runner since the 2nd inning. And Jared Dahl, the right fielder who has walked and struck out, will step up to the plate.
So this will be the first time in a while that Carter has been in a stretch with a runner at first, but 2 outs. So I would not be surprised with the 4-0 lead that Coach Tanner Bean may send Delgado to second on a steal attempt. I mean, with a 4-0 lead, why not?
He does look like he's got some speed to him. Romero is holding him on. Jared Dahl took a defensive swing at the first pitch. He looks at an 0-1 count. The throw over. Delgado back easily in time.
But you never really like to make the 3rd out of the inning. I mean, although they got a 4-0 lead, so.
Yeah, you never like to make the 3rd out at 1st or 3rd.
But with a 4-0 lead, why not? It's worth the gamble.
That one right down the middle, looked at for a strike. 0-2 the count to Jared Dahl. And now Chance Carter's in the driver's seat.
Especially if he can steal second base, that would put him in scoring position.
Runner not going, and that is a strikeout number 10. He gets Jared Dahl looking off speed, low and away, and Chance Carter ringing up Golden Bears left and right. And that's going to do it through 4.5. Sierra Pacific still clinging to a 4-0 lead, and that'll bring up the Mustangs. Scott Parker will be the first man up to bat when we come back in the bottom of the 5th.
Stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show where we will select our player of the game and have a live interview with that player. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Well, the line on Chance Carter now 5 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs, 6 walks, 10 Ks.
Wow, those are a lot of numbers as far as how many pitches he's thrown.
Absolutely, and only given up the 2 hits.
So he's been, except for that first inning, and after that he's been effectively, wild. If you count that first inning. Well, but he's gotten the strikeouts when he's needed him later in the game to keep it at a 4-0 deficit. But
absolutely, he was a little wild in the stretch in that first inning. 4 of the 5 walks came coming out of the stretch in that first inning. But he has since calmed it down and is now putting up some numbers. But the Mustangs just cannot touch Connor Mannix right now. Mannix came into this game with a .66 ERA, and that has since gone down. And I remind you folks, stick around. We are halfway through this game, but coming up at the end, we will have our player of the game. And if this game continues along this line mark, I think Connor Maddox is definitely first ballot player of the game choice at this point.
Yeah, he's done really well. He's had really good control. He's also had a couple of hits in the game at the plate. So not only is he a top tier pitcher in the Central section, but he's also the top hitter, one of the top hitters on his team.
Right, Mark, he is responsible for the 2 hits off Chance Parker.
Exactly.
And Scott Parker up at the plate takes first pitch strike. Second baseman for the Minarets. Seeing if he can get a leadoff man on, get something going here as he looks at that one high for a ball, 1-1. Something to get these home fans here at Minarets up on their feet.
Scott Parker's a 5'11" junior.
And he digs that one out off his shoelaces right to second base. Bobbled, but still in time, and they retire the runner. Mason Talia bobbled it at first, but stayed with it. And the first batter of the inning is retired.
And Talia is showing the signs of a good ball player. He may not have had a clean pick initially, but didn't panic. Regained his control of the ball and threw out Parker at first.
Yeah, it was very key not to panic once he bobbled the ball and rushed the play. And that's going to bring up Sam Reyes, the shortstop. He is lined out to first base in his only at-bat today. And first pitch swinging, and that's down the line for a base hit. This could be extra bases. Right fielder has it. Reyes is going to stop at second. And that's a one-out double for Sam Reyes.
So Reyes swinging first pitch, gets the ball down the right field line for a stand-up double.
Just the second batter, or the second player in scoring position for the Minarets today. And a ball that was struck well past the diving first baseman Robbie Thayer, who nearly had it in his glove. But nonetheless, Minarets are in position now with catcher Keenan Reardon stepping into the plate.
And in a ball game like this for the Division VI championship, if you can get that 5th run, if Minarets is going to make a comeback.
Ground ball to second base, played by Talia, and he's going to get the runner, and that just in time. And it'll advance Reyes to third.
So it was a productive out in that Reyes got to third base, but there is 2 outs. But as I was saying, if they can score a 5th run in this inning or later on, if Minarets has any intention or has any serious threat later, that 5th run could be key, because you're always thinking if they got the bases loaded, hit a grand slam, that'd only be 4 runs, and he'd still be down by 1 run.
Tyson Conti steps into the plate. Runner on third, 2 outs. Swings and fouls off the first one. Now 0-1 the count. And a big 2-out clutch at bat here for Tyson Conti. Zeb Patterson on deck should Conti reach. Conti swings, and that's a ground ball, and the umpire's going to rule it a foul ball. That one actually got past Mannix, and it would have been interesting.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. Well, it's a good thing for him because I think he took his eye off the ball because he was preoccupied with the runner at third.
Tried to barehand it, but after all that, it is a strike. So 0-2 to Tyson Conti. And now we'll have to protect the plate. Runner at third. Big at bat here for the Mustangs. Conti takes it just outside, ball one. Maddox takes a deep breath, steps in. Ready, the 1-2. Swing and a foul ball.
And he was right on that ball. Looks like he's get some good hacks out there, just a matter of trying to put the ball in play. They're giving him some good room between left and right field. If he can hit it in the gap, that could be extra bases driving in that fifth run, or a first run rather.
1-2 pitch again. And Conti goes down swinging, and the Mustangs strand a runner on third, and we are still knotted at 4-0 as we will head to the sixth inning with the Sierra Pacific Golden Bears still leading 4-0.
You want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up to Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and all their other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
So the line on Connor Maddox now, 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 4 Ks. So just like Chance Carter, he has given up 2 hits on the day. But the key is he has not walked a batter. And that has been the difference thus far. So we now have a new pitcher in the game. Chance Carter is done. Now into the game is Eric Pincus, who head coach Don Watkins told me that he would be the closer today, or at least the reliever, and he has now come in to start the sixth inning, relieving a 1.22 ERA mark. Eric Pincus, third in the Valley in strikeouts. So Chance Carter already with 10 on the day, and now we've got the third best section leader in strikeouts up on the mound.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good pitcher coming in, as you mentioned, Jason, and if he can hold the line and give a chance for his team to come back in this game, that would be a big plus for this Mustang team.
So Carter's final stat line, 5 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs, 6 walks, 10 Ks, 2 hit batters. But it was that tough first inning with 5 walks and 4 runs coming across the plate that has still been the only difference in this game.
So yeah, Pink is definitely a strikeout pitcher, 83 strikeouts and only 59.2 innings of play. So, and 44 walks to go with it. So he's got a really good 2-for-1 strikeout to walk ratio as well.
This is Cody Rossi, the left fielder, steps in. He takes ball 1 low. The Golden Bears will have Rossi, Mason Talia, and then top of the order, Robbie Thayer due up in this inning. And Pincus misses low on that one. He's got a good live action on his fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Here to Rossi. And that one misses, ball 3. So Pincus into the game and already behind the batter 3-0. And I think Chance Carter was substituted just purely based on pitch count today, Mark. He did throw a high number of pitches.
Yeah, ultimately that was his undoing, that wildness in the first inning. And that's what I alluded to. Remember back in the first inning, if he can somehow settle down, you know, but then again, that question arises later, if he can last. you know, several more innings after that. Swinging bunt, but it's foul at the plate.
Home plate umpire rules it foul, and it is strike 2, so Pincus has gotten it back to a full count. And Carter, yeah, tough first inning, but he did rebound to throw 4 scoreless after that. And Rossi now awaits the 3-2. Fastball high and outside, says home plate umpire. And that will send Cody Rossi down to first on a walk. So one thing Chance Carter did was get the first man out of every inning. Pincus comes in, leadoff walk, and now Mason Talia, who has struck out in both his at-bats today.
So he's trying to avoid the hat trick here, trying to at least make a productive out.
Big lead by Rossi, throw over, well in time.
So I think the key for Sierra Pacific at this point is to try to tack on some more runs.
You're right, Mark. I think it's situational baseball here. Every inning just trying to get one more. And the runner is going. Good throw. And they got him. Cody Rossi gunned down.
And he's hurt.
Keenan Reardon with the bullet to second. And Scott Parker got a good shot on Cody Rossi on that one. He kind of hit him with his knee as he went for the tag. And yeah, no doubt that Cody Rossi is down, a little bit shaken up. He took a good lick to the head on that one. Rossi got a good jump, but Reardon just made a great throw.
Yeah, really, it was excellent.
And Cody Rossi looks like he's okay. He'll jog off. And so the leadoff walk will now not affect Pincus and the Minaret Mustangs too much. And that was a ball low and outside, so it is 1 ball, no strikes to Talia. Talia awaits the 1-0 delivery, lets that one go low. 2 balls, no strikes to Talia. So as aggressive as both of these teams are on the bases, Mark, we've not had a successful stolen base yet.
Yeah, both catchers have been playing pretty well.
And that one down the middle for a strike, 2-1.
You had Garza throwing out a runner earlier in the game. Now you have Reardon gunning down the last runner.
Pincus sends that one high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, and now Talia in the driver's seat. Got a pitch to work with here. Talia swings, grounds that one softly to third. Third baseman throws it, got to dig it out. Romero can't do it. Talia will stay at first. Runner will not advance. So the throw by Conley Biglione was a bit low. Romero couldn't dig it out.
That was a tough chance. I think I would give him a single, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that was a tough play. I don't even think, even if the throw was on, it was going to be bang, bang.
So we'll give him a single. How's that? Unofficially.
Unofficially, that will be a single. So just the 3rd hit of the game for the Golden Bears. And now the leadoff man, Robbie Thayer, steps in with a runner on first and 1 out.
Yeah, that was a tough chance. Throwing on the run off balance.
Yeah, it was a short hopper that he had to make a throw on the run. Tough play to make. And a show bunt, and he takes for a strike. Thayer readies for the 0-1. 1 man on, 1 man out. Throw back over, and that ball gets away, and that's going to allow Talia to get to second. Right fielder is over, gathers it. Lucci's got it, and that will advance Talia to second base, and now a runner in scoring position for Thayer. Pincus a little wild on the throwback.
So the Golden Bears get their runner back on second base after the previous runner got thrown out, which was Cody Rossi. So Talia now standing on second with Thayer at the plate.
And the scoreboard has ruled that an error. I'm not sure to who they gave that to, either Pincus or Romero. Thayer, just a weak swing at it, right to short. Gathered up well, played nicely, and got him in time. Sam Reyes on the play. And the play does advance Talia to third. So a runner 90 feet away with 2 outs now for Jacob D'Angelo.
If I was the official scorer, I'd give that error on the pickoff attempt at first to the pitcher Pincus, because he did throw it low. You know, so it was a tough ball to catch.
I think I would have to agree with you on that one, Mark. So Jacob D'Angelo sets in, the center fielder. He has struck out twice and walked. And now Reardon's got to be on his game. A wild pitch, and that will score a run. That one fouled off to the right side. Out of play. That'll be strike one.
So it's going to be a pretty good matchup here in this situation. With the runner at third, you got the left-handed D'Angelo going against the right-handed Eric Pincus.
0-1 pitch. That one low. Reardon backhands, and good job of not letting that one get by him. Although with that backstop playing as close as it does, any ball past the catcher has not really shown the ability to advance a runner. 1-1 the count. Pincus the delivery. Swung on, ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a base knock, and that'll score a run. Great 2-out hit by Jacob D'Angelo, an RBI single, and the Golden Bears push the lead up to 5-0. With their first run since the first inning. And Fernando Garza will step to the plate with a man on first. Garza has walked twice, grounded out to third. And a big lead for D'Angelo at first. And a throw back to first, and D'Angelo is back in time. Good throw by Reardon.
Now that wind's picking up again, Jason, so if they can get a fly ball deep and maybe get some extra bases, that would really put a dagger into the possible comeback for Minarets in this game.
And another throwback by Pincus. Back in time is D'Angelo. You're right, Mark. The wind has kind of been back and forth. Calm one moment, blowing the next moment. It is blowing now. 0-1 the count. Pincus looks at D'Angelo. He'll go to the mound, or go to home. Another throw over by Reardon. And a swipe tag to the face of D'Angelo.
Boy, I tell you, Reardon really is just pretty good catcher, getting that ball out of his glove and then getting out of his stance.
D'Angelo, an even bigger lead this time. Garza wants time. He'll step out.
So he's the one who wants to control the at-bat over Pincus, asking for time. That's all part of the play here.
Pincus now ready. 1-0 count. Garza looks at one high. 2-1 the count. D'Angelo out to that big lead again. He's running. Low, Reardon, the pitch, fires it, and that one's going to be taken easily by D'Angelo. And that's our first stolen base of the day. And another runner in scoring position for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, he was already 3/4 of the way down the second base path there, and before they even had the ball down to the second base.
He got off. He had a good 2 giant stride lead plus a couple shuffles. So any kind of a decent jump, and he was going to have it. Garza gets this one, pokes it down to right field. Misplayed, and that's going to get a run home. Matt Lucci can't field it cleanly, and the Golden Bears have another run on the board. This time an RBI single from Fernando Garza. Back-to-back two-out singles. And the Golden Bears now have a 6-0 lead over the Mustangs.
So Garza not trying to do too much, just put his bat on the ball, hit it to the outfield, and that's all it took. Easy play to score another run.
And Pincos has come into this game to relieve Carter in his 1.22 ERA into a little bit of some trouble. And now here's Connor Maddox, the pitcher, sends this fly ball to center field, playable, and underneath it is Robertson, and he's got it easily. So Pincos gets the third out of the inning, but not before the Golden Bears are able to put two more across the board, and a 6-0 lead for the Golden Bears as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning here right after this little break.
Stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com post-game show where we will select our player of the game and have a live interview with that player. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
So Pincos gave up 3 hits in that inning, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out none. And now the Golden Bears have pushed this deficit back to 6. Or excuse me, this lead up to 6-0 now, and the Mustangs still facing Connor Maddox and haven't been able to get much going against him today, Mark.
Yeah, that's a really tough road to follow down and try to come back on.
Zeb Patterson will lead things off for the Mustangs here in their bottom half of the 6th. It'll be Zeb Patterson, and then top of the order, Cedar Robertson and Matt Lucci. So the right part of the lineup, if the Minarets are going to get the Mustangs are going to get anything going. Patterson singled in his only at bat of the game, but was eventually picked off.
I think even though Mannix has really thrown a really good game, he's had really good control. He's had 3 strikeouts and
4 on the day.
Four on the day. He's got good control.
Yeah, only 2 hits, no walks.
No walks. But they're going to have to put together some good at-bats. I mean, consecutive at-bats, trying to work the count as best they can, get on base somehow, and then look for that big hit or a big blast if they can get a hold of one.
And here we go, lefty-lefty matchup. Maddox-Patterson. Patterson first pitch swinging. A ball up around the letters. He takes for a strike now. 0-1 the count. Maddox now off speed. Patterson swings at it, fouls it off. Now behind in the count, 0-2. Maddox, the 0-2. That one just poked at, going to right about short center field, and a great play by the shortstop, Matthew Leslie. Makes it just outside, or just beyond the outfield grass. And the first batter of the inning is retired away for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, Leslie had to go back to his left, looking into the sun, and managed to catch the ball. It was a little bit of a snowball. Snow cone type of catch, but he managed to catch the ball and make that first out.
Cedar Robertson will now be the batter. He has grounded out and struck out in his 2 at-bats today. First pitch swinging. This is a little lazy pop-up right to Leslie. And 2 quick outs by Connor Maddox, and the Mustangs now are going to find themselves in trouble to get something going here with 2 out.
Yeah, and I was thinking they were going to work the count more, but they're kind of like going after the first pitch. Maybe they're thinking that Maddox is trying to get ahead of them on the count, but then if you don't get the hit, then that's just 2 easy pitches for Maddox to gets 2 quick outs.
Lucci has to take that one. That one low, though, for ball 1. Lucci has grounded out and struck out. I mean, you're right, Mark. Maddox has been all over the zone today, getting ahead of batters. Your first pitch may be your best one, but you do run the risk of getting 2 quick outs, as the Mustangs just did. That one in there for a strike. Now the count even up 1-1.
So now Minarets is down to their last 4 outs of this. Well, they're going 9, so they've got only a few more chances.
Lucci, a nice swing, but can't catch up to the fastball on that one. 1-2 the count. And Connor Maddox is 1 strike away from making quick work of the Mustangs here in the 6th. And that one fouled off right into the Minaret Mustang dugout. Lucci stays alive.
So the Minarets bench kind of clears. That was more like an ugly finder ball. They all kind of ducked behind the fence there.
Maddox now the 1-2. Lucci swing and a miss, and the throw down to first easily in time. So the Mustangs go down in order, and it is still a 6-0 ball game as we head to the 7th. Golden Bears 6, Mustang 0.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Line on Connor Maddox now 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 5 Ks. What a performance we have seen through the first half of this ball game from the lefty.
And when you get to this level of this type of game for the Division VI title in the Central section here in the San Joaquin Valley, that's what you need. If you really want to have a shot at winning the big game and play winning baseball, you got to have good pitching. And Connor Maddox has shown every bit of that on the mound, also and at the plate, having a couple of hits to boot. And, of course, the excellent fielding that he has behind him. So that's all adds up to a 6-0 lead right now here in the 7th for Sierra Pacific.
And for the Golden Bears in this top half of the 7th, they will have Matthew Leslie, Angel Delgado, and Jared Dahl due up. See if they can't tack on any more to the 6-0 lead. And right now, Mark, 6 runs looks pretty comfortable if you're going to be the Golden Bears.
Yeah, especially with Maddox on the mound.
Here is Leslie, the shortstop. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out twice. And first pitch swinging is fouled off by Leslie. So he will now dip to 0-1. Pincus needs a much better effort than his last inning. Gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, and a walk.
And we gave him an error unofficially for that wild pickoff attempt at first.
Absolutely.
So that led to ultimately to a run.
0-1 pitch, just a bit high. And now Leslie evens the count up at 1-1. Outfield playing well in. Leslie takes that one on the outside for a strike.
So Sierra Pacific had 3 runs in the 6th. They scored also 2 runs in the 2nd, and they had also 4 runs they scored in the very first.
And a swing and a whiff, and that is going to do it for Matthew Leslie. He goes down on strikes, and Pincus gets his first strikeout of the game. 3rd in the section in Ks. We knew we'd get 1 out of him eventually.
Make a correction. The Golden Bears scored twice in the 6th, and then 4 in the first. There you go.
So after Leslie, this will now be Angel Delgado, who has walked, singled, and been hit by a ball. Remember his last at bat, he took one off the back.
But according to my stats, my unofficial stats, the Golden Bears only have like a total of about 4 hits in the game. Maybe let's see, maybe we count them again here.
It's for my unofficial stats. I've got 2 off of Carter, 3 off of Pinkston, Pinko. So they got 5 hits.
Yeah. And so they've made good use of their walks they got in the first inning. That was the key to the whole game here.
Absolutely. 2 balls, no strikes to Delgado. That one high and outside, so 3 balls, no strikes. Well, Tanner Beam's mantra today, 1 pitch at a time, has been working for him. Good at bats, seeing pitches. There's a strike. Count now goes 3-1. And that one fouled off from Delgado, so Pincos has now worked the count to full.
So as we head into the early evening hours here in O'Neill's, California, the sun is now behind us as it's beginning to start its sunset, and so it's not so much of a factor for the outfielders as it was in the beginning of the game. But the breeze is still there, so but there's not been a lot of balls hit to the outfield, at least deep. So they haven't had too much problem with the conditions so far.
Most balls hit on the ground today, a couple pop-ups in the infield, relatively a few fly balls in the outfield, as Delgado caught looking that last at bat for the 2nd straight strikeout from Pincos. And you're right, Mark, shadows now starting to barely just creep out onto the field. Batter does not yet have too many shadows to worry about seeing pitches, but probably in about 20-25 minutes that might become a factor. Pincos 2 straight balls. Reardon comes out to have a few words. This is Jared Dahl, the right fielder. He has walked and struck out twice. Pincos, the delivery. That one high and outside for ball 3. Low, and Pincos wanted no part of Jared Dahl, so that'll be a 2-out walk. And that's going to bring up Cody Rossi, who has walked twice and popped up to second. Throw over to Dahl. Easily back in time. Not that big of a lead from Dahl.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Dahl was given the green light to try to steal the bag at second, given they've got a 6-run lead.
Reardon has shown out he can throw out the runners. That one low. And ball 1 to Rossi. Pincos ready now on the 1-0. That one high brings Reardon out of his stance.
Looks like Pink is beginning to try to slow down the game a little bit, trying to be more deliberate on the mound.
Pincos now from the stretch. 2 balls and no strikes to Rossi. Runner not going, and that one over the middle for a strike. Mason Talia due up next, should Rossi get aboard. And throwback. Back is Dahl. This right here would be a good count to maybe see him go or put on a hit and run. Runner not going. And there's a high ball and inside, 3-1.
So definitely they've got Rossi in a hitter's count. So he's going to be looking for something good to hit because they can't afford any more base runners here. They're gonna have to pitch to Rossi.
3-1 count. Runner doesn't go. Swing and a whiff. Nice pitch by Pincos. Runs the count full.
That was a nice challenge pitch there at the chest. Rossi wanted to go for the big one there.
Full count, 2 out. Dahl will be going on this pitch. Something in the gap could get him to the plate. Payoff pitch. Pincos ready, fires, runner goes, struck out, looking is Rossi. And so Pinko strikes out all 3 batters of the inning, keeps the deficit at 6, and it is time to stretch, folks. 7th inning stretch with the Golden Bears up 6-0. We'll be right back for the bottom half of the 7th.
Stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show where we will select our player of the game and have a live interview with that player. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
And Maddox is coming out, Mark, for the 7th. So Tanner Beam gonna leave him in there, as he should. Not entirely sure what his pitch count is. Don't have an official number, but Tanner Beam's gonna let him go and see what he can do here in this bottom half of the 7th. Meanwhile, for the Mustangs, it's gonna be Biglione, Romero, and Parker, the 3, 4, 5 hitters. Maddox has retired 5 straight since giving up that double to Reyes in the 5th. Biglione, who is ground out and lined out in his only 2 at-bats of the game. Tough lefty-lefty matchup for Biglione, but he's going to need to show us how he got that 500-plus batting average.
Yeah, well, you know, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, that old saying, you know, good pitching usually beats good hitting, and that's definitely been the case whenever Biglione has to face Mannix, the 2 top players at their positions, arguably in the Central section in Division 6. And at this point, Mannix has shown, you know, that he's winning the battle there. But we still have a few more innings, and so if the Mustangs are going to make a run for it, at least here trying to make a comeback, they're going to have to get their big guy up there and hit the ball and make something happen.
That's right, Biglione 3rd in the Valley in batting average. But Maddox has shut him down today. 0 for 2 is Biglione today. Maddox, first pitch of the inning. His first pitch swinging is Biglione. Chopper to second. Played well by Talia, and they're going to get Biglione. And Biglione is now up for an 0 for 3 day. Biglione retired for the first out, and Maddox 1 pitch, 1 out, Mark.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Keep runners off the bases, get that leadoff man.
That's going to help Maddox stay in the game even longer. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring up Sam Romero, the first baseman. He has grounded out twice today.
Yeah, Maddox has shown a lot of control. He's been very efficient with his pitches and hasn't had a lot of full counts either this afternoon. So he's got to be, he looks pretty fresh out there. I mean, considering we're in the 7th inning.
First baseman Sammy Romero took the first one for a strike. Second pitch, swing, fouls it off out of play. And Sam Romero quickly down 0-2. And the Minaret Mustangs just struggling to get base runners. Only 8 outs left. Maddox, the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a ground ball into the hole. Diving stop by the shortstop, and the runner's going to beat it out.
That was a nice hit. Some good running, too.
Matthew Leslie, a diving stop in the hole. Great play, but Sam Romero is going to beat it out. And And that's going to go as a single.
And that was a good piece of hitting there by Romero, getting the best of Mannix, and that's saying something. And he ran down that first base line like there was no tomorrow, and he just made it. He just got there right before the ball got to the mid.
Great job of hitting on 0-2 to knock out a single, and that's going to bring up Scott Parker, second baseman, who reached on an error in the second, grounded out in the fifth. So 1 on 1 out. Mustangs try to get something going.
Whoa.
Big lead for Romero.
And he was leaning the wrong way on that one.
Throw over by Garza, and Romero is just back.
And I don't think Coach Watkins is going to send Romero. I mean, they're down 6-0, so they can't afford to lose any base runners. I mean, that's my guess.
I would have to agree with you, Mark. Not a lot of sense to send a runner in this situation.
Now there's 1 out, so you want to definitely avoid the double play ball too. So.
Swing and a miss by Parker.
Now you may have a hit and run. I mean, but then again, the batter's got to make contact, or he's going to be dead meat on the second baseline.
Mustangs have put the bat on the ball today. A lot of ground outs, a lot of line outs. Only 5 strikeouts today for Mannix.
So Mannix has that good quick throw to first base, pretty good pickoff attempts. Very sharp.
But with the day Mannix is having, I don't see Coach Watkins putting on a hit and run at this juncture. 1-1 the count for Parker. Romero not running. Parker swing and a foul tip. And he's behind in the count 1-2. Temperature has dropped just a couple degrees here since the start of this game.
Yeah, it's cooled off. I mean, it was a nice day earlier, and it still is. It's just that it's a little cooler now.
Shadows just starting to become a factor around home plate. Throw back over. Romero back easily. Romero stepped off a bag. There was a tag by Thayer, but Romero was granted time. 1-2 the count. 1 out, runner on. Scott Parker looking for his first hit of the day. Maddox the delivery, and a strikeout. Scott Parker swings and misses at the off-speed pitch, and that's the second out of the inning for Connor Maddox and the Bears.
And that was a big strikeout. So now you have to have either a Mustang error or a hit by Minarets to try to move that runner over.
Sam Reyes will be the batter now, the shortstop. He lined out and doubled in his last at bat in the 5th inning. Remember that shot that went past Robbie Thayer diving at first. And that was a first pitch swinging double. Reyes, first pitch swinging again, can't catch up to that. 0-1. 0-1 the count. Romero not going. Pitch high. Garza's going to throw over again. Romero just back.
Both Mannix and his catcher, Garza, throwing the ball quickly to first base whenever they get the chance, and is definitely keeping the runner at first in San Romero.
Romero looking over at his dugout saying, come on, you throwing over, really?
It's not fair.
Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss.
So not only does he have to watch the pitcher, he has to watch for the catcher as well. Can't go too far out.
Count now 1-2.
They're giving him a good workout, that's for sure.
Romero extends his lead at first. Not a very big lead at all. I think he's done with the throwing over. And swing and a miss. Sam Reyes goes down for a strike, second one of the inning, and Connor Maddox has done it, and that is your ball game, folks. That is your ball game. Sierra Pacific has won this D6 baseball final 6-0 on a complete game by Connor Maddox, Mark.
Yeah, a wonderful performance by Mannix, showing every bit of a great pitcher that he is, especially this year, and coming into the game with an ERA, I believe, of .62, and thoroughly dominating this Minarets lineup.
The final line on Connor Maddox, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 7 Ks. A complete game shutout in the D6 final. And that is going to give Sierra Pacific the number 2 seed in this D6 title. What a ball game from the Golden Bears. Minarets, they just couldn't overcome that first inning. Gave up 4 runs, and you're going to be hard-pressed to win a ball game not scoring any runs.
Yeah.
Credit Connor Maddox and these Golden Bears.
Yeah, Chance Carter threw a lot of wild pitches, gave up a lot of walks in that first inning, and inevitably that was pretty much the game right there, at least for Minarets' chances of coming back. They went down 4-0 in that first inning and couldn't muster anything against Mannix. And it was just a matter of Mannix throwing his game that he has all year and playing that good defense from Sierra Pacific, and that was basically the ball game and the championship for the Golden Bears.
And a member of the CIF committee on field by home plate, ready to present Sierra Pacific with their D6 champion plaque. Folks, that is going to do it for our main broadcast of this D6 Baseball Central Section title. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with the player of the game, which is Connor Maddox, I believe, Mark.
Yes, I would agree.
And folks, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll be right back in a couple minutes with Connor Maddox. Don't go anywhere. Camera, we're good to go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to PlayOnSports.com. I am Jason Phillips. Alongside here, senior pitcher Connor Maddox. Connor, my unofficial stat line for you: 7 innings, complete game, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 7 Ks. What a performance in this D6 final. Tell me about it, your thoughts on it, and how'd you prep for it, how you got to this moment.
I just felt, I came out here like it's just another game. Like, felt confident, felt what I needed to do and to get my job done, and I performed. I tried my best in the last game, so gave it all out I got.
Now, 6-0, you got to Chance Carter early as a team. I mean, you even brought it at the plate, 2 for 4. Coach Tanner Beam told me before the game it was a one-pitch focus, 1 pitch at a time. And how were you able to get the chance today?
I don't know. Went to bed early last night. I just did what I needed to do my mechanics, do just 1 step at a time, and did the job.
Now Sierra Pacific brings home the D6 title. As a school, your 4 years here, you've completed one of your goals. Talk about your 4 years at Sierra Pacific. Any plans on college? And
Sierra Pacific, I'm the first graduating class, so I mean we've set standards, and it's been hard playing other teams higher than us, and they have more kids and more experience. We don't have that much experience, but we made our way through here. But next year I'm going to University of Maritime in New York. My dad's an alumni there, and I'll walk onto their baseball team, so hopefully I'll have a good time there.
Well, I bet they can't wait to have you on the staff. Connor, great job today. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your teammates. Folks, Connor Maddox. And stick around. Me and Mark will have the post-game show in just a couple minutes. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Play on Sports. Alongside my partner, Mark Espinoza, I am Jason Phillips. Mark, we just witnessed the Sierra Pacific Golden Bears capture the D6 boys title, and really it was a tale of 2 different starting pitchers. Connor Maddox shutting them down, Chance Carter struggling in that first inning. Your thoughts on the game?
Well, exactly. Like you said, Jason, it was Connor Maddox throwing a heck of a ball game, showing great control out there, locating his pitches, also at the plate, contributing two hits to the offense, and also you had Chance Carter on the other side of the diamond there, throwing a little bit wildly in the first inning. He gave up several walks. I think he gave up like 5 walks in that first inning, led to 4 runs. And then on the other side of the diamond, you had Sierra Pacific fielding their possessions. Connor Maddox with great pickoff attempts and getting some runners to misstep and then throwing some runners out at second base from his catcher. But in the end, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, it was pitching and defense. And in baseball, that's kind of like the old saying is to win championships, you must have pitching and defense. And today, the Golden Bears showed that, and that's why they're the Division VI champion.
And, credit the Golden Bears and Coach Tanner Beam, becoming head coach halfway through the season, getting rid of the old coach. He wouldn't really tell me why, but he came in and did a great job halfway through the season, leading this team to the title. And credit, Minarets. It was a darn good season, no shame in runner-up, and even Chance Carter still striking out 10 guys, just a rough first inning. Credit to him for rebounding. Just the Sierra Pacific Golden Bears were just too much today. They are your Division VI boys baseball champions. For Mark Espinoza and myself and the rest of our crew here at PlayOnSports.com, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.